Has anybody met Amanda yet?
You mean Amanda, our new cast member?
I'm afraid so.
Wait a second, what's wrong with Amanda?
Are you dogging on me? You dogging on me?
Yeah, I should have skipped that 13th candy bar.
Hi, I'm Ashley, and I'm here to answer your letters.
What are you doing?
Taping my fingers. Why? Feels good.
A lady loaf!
I want to hit you there with a meaty loaf.
No way, don't drag me into this.
Come on, help me out. What am I supposed to do?
How about write the paper?
Do it.
No.
Do it.
No.
Harry Shepherd's office, one moment, please.
Change. It's okay, I get it.
Amanda Bynes is in a bind. Again. The 26-year-old actress has been charged with 2 counts of hit and run relating to allegedly hitting a car and fleeing the scene.
Amanda Bynes officially charged with her DUI and asks Obama for help.
Amanda Bynes was often proclaimed as being a young Lucille Ball. She was talented in how she was able to act, execute impressions,
Ricky, I want to be in your show.
and always kept people smiling and laughing as a result. She was the queen of Nickelodeon and starred in successful films that are still classics to this day. Knowing all of this, you'd be surprised to know that Amanda Bynes hasn't been in an acting role since 2010. Unfortunately, she'd be one of many child stars that were negatively impacted by acting at such an early age. It seems like Amanda had a genuine interest and natural talent for acting from the beginning. She acted in youth places and had her own agent at only 7 years old. She had booked more than 20 commercials in a year's time, working with brands like Barbie and Nestle. She would start taking acting classes, and 2 years later, while taking classes at the Laugh Factory in Hollywood, she would be discovered.
There was like a graduation night, and that's where the producers of the show, like Brian Robbins and Dan Schneider, came on the show, and they saw me there. So
And that was it? You just got discovered right off of the comedy camp?
Yeah.
And join the cast of All That, a Nickelodeon sketch series that was basically like Saturday Night Live, but for kids.
Hi, everyone. It's me, Amanda.
What's up?
I just want to tell y'all how happy and perky I am to be joining the cast of All That.
Amanda's camera presence and humor would land her own series a couple years later, The Amanda Show. It featured Amanda Bynes and other teen actors performing skits lasting from 1999 to 2002.
What'd you put on my face? Cupcake.
Throughout her time on Nickelodeon, Amanda won multiple Kids' Choice Awards, which drawing a lot of attention and popularity that would accelerate her acting career. After Nick, she'd gone to debut in quite a few films that would pull millions of numbers in dollars, including Big Fat Liar,
Barker, please. Speaking.
Well, this is Doris Del Rio down in parking. Do you drive a Saturn, ma'am?
Yes.
Well, it's
It's parked on the dock.
I'm not gonna say that.
Come on.
Hello?
Your car's parked on the dock.
Your car's parked on a dog.
What a Girl Wants,
Maybe I shouldn't have come. I mean, I can tell this is a big shock for you, and I know I'm freaking out, and I've known about it since I was 2.
She's the Man,
I'm not Sebastian. I'm Viola.
Wait, you're not Viola.
Yes, I am.
Hairspray,
I'm here to see Trissy Trevor.
Where's her write-up?
She doesn't need a detective slip. She's coming.
and Robots.
She's a little artsy-fartsy. The artsy's okay, but when she gets fartsy...
Rewatching that clip as an adult, I've realized that film was more suggestive than I remember.
Sorry, you missed the delivery. But it's okay. Making the baby's the fun part.
However, at the age of 24, she would announce her retirement from acting, saying in a tweet, "Being an actress isn't as fun as it may seem. If I don't love something anymore, I stop doing it. I don't love acting anymore, so I stopped doing it. I know 24 is a young age to retire, but you heard it here first." She'd quickly unretired to play in Easy A in 2010.
I got through to you.
I'm so sorry,
about everything I said. I'm so sorry.
Then ultimately quit acting afterwards. From the outside looking in, we don't always understand that although actors may seem like they're living the good life and appear to be happy in the roles they play, we never actually know what goes on behind the scenes. Throughout her acting career, Amanda Bynes was actually a frequent drug user. She would start off with smoking marijuana, which progressed into her trying harder, more recreational drugs. In her 2018 Paper magazine interview, she'd say, later on it progressed to doing Molly and ecstasy. I tried cocaine 3 times, but I never got high from cocaine. I never liked it. It was never my drug of choice. Admitting that she took Adderall on a regular basis. After finishing up her last film appearance on Easy A, she felt uncomfortable with how things turned out, saying, I literally couldn't stand my appearance in that movie, and I didn't like my performance. I was absolutely convinced I needed to stop acting after seeing it. She continues, I was high on marijuana when I saw that, but for some reason it really started to affect me. I don't know if it was a drug-induced psychosis or what, but it affected my brain in a different way than it affects other people. It absolutely changed my perception of things. After retiring from acting, Amanda felt as though she had no purpose in life. She'd self-isolate and spend most of her days smoking marijuana, detailing that she started hanging out with a seedier crowd and was in a dark, sad world. Amanda would find herself in the headlines for her controversial and erratic behaviors. In 2012, she had developed a reputation for drunk and often reckless driving. In April 2012, she was arrested for a DUI and later in the month arrested for a hit and run. She was formally charged for a DUI in June for that same year, then tweet directly at President Obama saying, Hey Barack Obama, I don't drink. Please fire the cop who arrested me. I also don't hit and run. The end. She would soon be arrested for another 2 alleged hit and run incidents until her driving privileges were revoked in September 2012, eventually being pulled over for driving with a suspended license. Months later, in May of 2013, she appeared in court for allegedly throwing a bong out of a 36th floor window and be arrested on a charge of reckless endangerment.
Bring in the dancing lobsters.
At the time, she was posting some tweets that were pretty out there as well, saying things like, she wants the rapper Drake to murder her. Chris Brown beat Rihanna because she's not pretty enough, and she also claimed on Twitter that officers sexually harassed her by slapping her.
When you told Drake to murder your
I actually wasn't being insincere. I was like saying, murder my
You were serious.
I was serious, but I was also on drugs. So that was my way of saying like, let's do it, man. But I was like on drugs and trying to be hilarious.
Yes.
In a magazine interview, she'd also say, I have no clue why people think I'm insane. Every time I've heard it, it came from an ugly person's mouth, so I don't care. Things would soon escalate to Amanda being hospitalized and put on a psychiatric hold because she set a fire in a stranger's driveway in July 2013. And a month later, she'd be placed under conservatorship given her mental health and substance abuse issues were building up and becoming too much for her to handle. Fast forward to 2018, and it seemed as though Amanda was doing better than she had been previously. She had spent time trying to better herself and overcome her struggles with substance abuse. At the time, she had been 4 years sober and openly expressed regret about her behavior in prior years. I'm really ashamed and embarrassed with the things I said. I can't turn back time, but if I could, I would. And I'm so sorry to whoever I hurt and whoever I lied about because it truly eats away at me. It makes me feel so horrible and sick to my stomach and sad. Everything I worked my whole life to achieve, I kind of ruined it all through Twitter. It's definitely not Twitter's fault. It's my own fault. She took responsibility for her own actions, and not too many celebrities actually can do that.
I've learned how to sew, I make patterns, and I want to start a clothing line in the future. I do miss acting, and I actually have something surprising to tell you. I'm going to start acting again.
Yes!
I want to do TV, maybe a few guest spots on some shows that I'm a fan of, and maybe another TV show where I'm the star of it.
However, unfortunately, a year later, she would need to go to rehab after suffering a setback once she felt the pressure of being in the spotlight from the Paper magazine cover interview. Even then, she would make an effort to get a college degree. She graduated from the Fashion Institute of Design and Merchandising in June 2019 while still in her treatment program, eventually leaving the sober living facility. As of what she's been up to recently, in 2020, she got engaged on Valentine's Day. Originally, she shared that she was expecting her first child in March that same year, but weirdly enough, that pregnancy wasn't even a thing, with her lawyer telling the media that she was not pregnant. Yeah, I'm not sure why someone would lie about that either, but we'll just roll with it. In June, it was confirmed that Amanda was seeking additional treatment for her ongoing problems related to stress and anxiety, not specifically for drug or alcohol issues. And now in February 2022, she filed to end her conservatorship after after nearly 9 years and seems to be on a happier, healthier path. Amanda Bynes is engaged to the love of her life, improving her mental health and working on herself continuously. She didn't let her career or her dark past define her, but instead took responsibility for her actions and did what was best for her by staying out of the public eye. I don't know about you, but if Amanda Bynes did come back to do acting, which she said she was interested in doing again soon, I'd be happy to see her on my screen again.
Learned that we're all searching to fit in, and we all feel like outsiders, and we all do things and feel things that are bizarre and unconventional and dorky.